can't reverse it. There's no way I can reverse it.
Reversing.
What?
Can we stop filming?
Oh, first. Oh, fuck, we're stalled.
Is that what happens? Oh my god, they just snapped.
Where are we?
Day one of the documentary.
Mate, look at this. Mate, this is not the feast of the rational. You didn't de-skin, bro?
It's a great question, Tom.
Inspired by our shared passion for cooking and adventure, we dreamed up a food truck journey across the Philippines.
I think we like lager. Is that right?
To depart, to leave, to be on a journey.
Call us enlightened millennial travelers, but for some reason we wanted to give something back. So we bypassed the usual tourist trails for the remote communities scattered all the way from Gubat to Siargao. Our mission was simple: turn up, cook free food for the locals, and see what happened. And the Philippines is like the best fucking country for like going out and meeting people. They're very hospitable. They'll give you the time of day.
Bong.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Bong.
You want to have a few beers, have a laugh. Shout out Red Horse. And then there's just this thing.
The total journey is over 1,000 kilometers on provincial roads. So what better to do it than in a 30-year-old food truck? We bought our Mitsubishi truck in Manila and then retrofitted her with some kitchen equipment. She was an old workhorse, no power steering, a very dodgy gearing system, and 30,000 kilometers on the clock. But she was ours, and we were raring to go.
Start her up, yeah. Not starting. Yeah, battery's dead.
This is an old battleship.
She's an old beast, mate. She's just a beast. It's fucked. Is the starter? I really hope this car starts. We're gonna get some haircuts.
Well, may as well do it now, you reckon? Alright, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, I arrived in Southeast Asia in 2016. The chef. We just want to make sure that we've got cover so we get the tunes going, get the food pumping, and make sure that everyone's having a good time. I think it was the second week I was there. I met Sir Matthew Steely.
Give a thumbs up if you like Ed's new haircut.
What is it?
Sir, where's the best, where can I buy the best fish for the seafoods? Up to me. I'll choose. Thanks, guys.
The perfect fusion of Western and Eastern breakfast philosophy.
He then invites me to play football with him next week. And then also there was this long-haired Australian chap there as well. And yeah, we met Bet. Place to get your haircut. I bent over and a little coin slot appeared, so I'm there. See, we just hit it off immediately, and like the chemistry was there, and we were just throwing around ideas about like what we could do whilst with our time in the Philippines, and we were all like super stoked to be there and like wanted to travel.
I think there was some rugby game on, and then we just met. And then within, 3 weeks, we were living in this flat in Makati.
We go another way, and then we get the same situation. They didn't put this in the UK driving test. Fuck, I love a beer.
So apparently we've got to push start the car. is actually the first time Tom's driven this truck.
Mate,
Smooth pull off. Really smooth. Look at that footwork. Nimble. This is great. There we go.
Hey, this is an old horse, man. Hey, first gear change. I might.
Is that it? Or are you coming up?
No.
Revving.
With the food truck finally underway, the excitement was back, and we were buzzing to plan out our first cook-up with the locals.
Like some tasty, healthy glue.
So we're thinking like a mongo, like a spicy.
So next stop, we're going to the market to get some more inspiration at the market. Can we try some? It's possible? Yeah? I want to try it.
Oh, he loves to eat them. It's his favorite thing.
And off we went to the market, with a mix of nerves and excitement for the evening cook-up ahead. The locals were super friendly and helped us find the freshest ingredients and some things that we hadn't tried before.
I also put lechon kawali crispy on top. It's okay?
It's good.
Combination.
Set up.
Combination.
For the first location, we chose a beautiful spot on the coast, slightly outside of town.
I think this is the spot, eh? Right here? Yeah, right here. Man, look at that.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit of a blur like these last few days because like we've just been making it up from scratch.
It is starting to feel real. I mean, like, to be fair, this is the calm before the storm, bro, because we know shit's gonna get pretty cray. So I'm just enjoying the last few moments.
I think tonight's gonna be good. I've got good feels. I've got good feels. Yeah, this is a good thing to note for future destinations when we park up the truck. It's like, chef's got to have a view.
Yeah, chef.
Not underneath it. Ooh, we need it. Wow.
To christen the kitchen, we decided to cook up some mongo, a mung bean stew flavored heavily with garlic and ginger, and in this case, generous amounts of crispy pork skin.
Like being in the food truck, chopping up food, and the view of like just the ocean and people smiling, beers, sun shining, and I was just there like, whoa, this is special.
We didn't realize, but we had parked up nearby a local school. So the students came around as we prepped the food and brought some music to the affair.
Oh, just go! I'm gonna sit the other side. I'm gonna get real.
Oh, this guy's cut some moves.
We like Eraserheads. Or Eraserheads. Ready to
Salamat po.
Panda. So good. We're getting warmed up.
As the sun set, we realised we couldn't serve food in the dark. So we headed into town in search of light and some brave locals for the feast.
I feel like they need salting and need a little bit of lemon and they're ready to go, mate.
Alright.
Just grab the bottle.
And I remember like looking at each of you and just being like, this works, like this this whole thing.
Yeah.
People get it.
Yeah.
As soon as they're over that, like these people are just trying to give away free food.
After the first cooking attempt, there was definitely a feeling in camp that the concept was working well and we were bringing people together, but we hadn't quite tapped into the full potential yet. We felt that we needed to go more rural in search of a more intimate community experience.
Papunta dyan sa Coastal Road. Hindi yung ticket,
Kuya.
we need to go because we've got a tight schedule.
Worst case scenario, touch wood, doesn't happen.
Yeah, let's just not talk about that. This is just a good process.
So apparently you gotta go here, and then you gotta come here, and then you gotta go there, and then you gotta come back here and get the stamp.
The boat leaves at 10 a.m. and we're still here back and forth between stations. Yes. We are literally bang on 10 a.m.
Leaving Luzon, bro.
Yay!
Chapter 1 complete.
Chapter 1 complete.
Chapter 2 coming up. I'm very excited. Oh my god. Go, 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 go. Oh my god.
Maybe some food this morning would have been helpful.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to lose my rag.
Tickets bought for the ferry, now for the simple job of loading the truck on.
There we go.
Here we go. What? Oh my god. Holy shit. Well done, mate.
Oh, yeah, fuck that.
Serial nappers.
Now for the real adventure. We were starting to get very remote. The lack of infrastructure was starting to be evident. One section which was coming up didn't even look like it had a road, bridge, or obvious port. But after consulting a local restaurant owner on Facebook Messenger, we were assured we could get our truck across.
I can't reverse in. There's no way I can reverse in.
Reversing.
What?
Reverse in, because you don't want to reverse out. Reverse? Yeah. Right, man. This is going to be a bit ropey.
Fucking hell.
Steamed up.
Still over there.
You lined up?
Yeah, I'll line up, bud.
Yeah, line up.
Did we get on those barges, which was absolutely mental. I mean, I was reversing the food truck. I think it was like the first time I was probably driving it for a long period of time, reversing it onto that barge.
Straight. Turn around. This way.
Watch out for the low gear. Are you in?
You just hear white noise and you just take the average of what's being told to you. Like there's so many people saying different things.
Yeah.
And going up, couldn't make it first time, go back, and I'm like, oh my god, this is not going to go very well.
We're in.
After we finally wrestled the truck onto the tiny wooden boat, it was safe to say we were feeling a little bit vulnerable and somewhat uneasy.
Where are we? This is nuts.
Pretty nice there, wherever we are.
After we made it to solid land, we had another 3-hour drive in the pitch black through an area known to be occupied by communist rebels. Just as we thought we had made it, we were in for one last surprise.
We pulled down some electrical cables from the water tank. So the water tank on the top got caught on some electrical cables running past from one house to the other and pulled the whole thing down. Not a good way to kick things off, but now the whole village has come out, so everybody's here. Ah, they come with a big stick. The man with the big stick.
Can I get the family too, okay?
Yeah. No, it'll smooth things over. In fact, they'll end up our friends if anything. And they'll be like,
We're gonna have to cook the dinner.
we've smoothed it over and we're going to make them dinner tomorrow night, so fingers crossed. We wake up in the morning and the van's still there. We were so tired. I was actually quite anxious, like going to bed that night.
When we woke up the next morning, there was a definite air of nervous energy about the crew. So the first thing we did was head back to the truck and assess the damage in daylight.
Fortunately, the villagers had managed to fix the cables overnight, and there wasn't any serious damage to the truck, but there was still a lot of work to do to prepare for the feast later that evening.
Ah, galing. Salamat.
He was holding.
So what are we cooking?
Something that isn't messy, something that's easy to cook, and something that we can do big quantities of. We decided to do a riff on a classic Filipino dish called tinola, a hearty chicken soup with ginger, garlic, sayote, and loads of malunggay. We put our own spin on it by bulking it out with pasta to make it a more substantial meal, and to make sure that everyone got a bowl.
Yeah,
Same. Perahan ko total san 4 pieces 900 dito. Marasa.
Marasa.
Yeah, waray.
That's
Masarap.
waray?
Marasa.
Marasa. Marasa.
Yeah, marasa.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I am ready for the rain to stop, that's for sure. Do with a bit of sunshine.
Bro, I'll tell you what, I'm pumped to see the happy smiles on everyone's face.
But they deserve it afterwards.
It's a debacle, bro.
We managed to grab a quick conversation with the barangay captain, and he suggested that we challenge the local lads to a game of basketball as a way of bringing together the community before the big meal.
I haven't actually played a game of basketball before. Fixing the van at the same time as we're doing the cooking, so hopefully we can leave tomorrow morning.
The power steering, it like sheared off. The oil's just like spitting out. So we're just going to top it up with oil until we get to Barongan, and then we'll change the whole mechanism. But Ed's driving.
It's safe to say the truck's engine wasn't in the best condition, but we didn't have time to worry about it much. As the village gathered around, we had work to do in the kitchen.
Just to get rid of all the aromatics.
After the meal, the village elders were keen to share a drink of ye old Tandawai whiskey with us. It had a sweet taste and dusted out a few cobwebs. It was rocket fuel. Afterward, we were offered a type of chewing tobacco called betel nut, which was mixed with local seashell for a little extra firepower.
So I feel like the betel nut was like their way of introducing us to like kids sharing something quite special to them, right?
Probably the best thing we did was rip the electricity wires, because like we met the whole village that night, and then it just set the tone for
Who are these guys?
Yeah.
What are they about?
Last night we broke down their electrical cables, but tonight we drink under it.
We packed up the cars and said our goodbyes, and exited the village in the same fashion we'd entered.
Right? Cable.
Oh, shit.
So we just were about to leave, and we pulled down another cable. But they were very kind, and they said it didn't do any damage. So we're on the road again.
I mean, it was quite hard leaving Arrow, wasn't it? Because we wanted to spend more time there.
After a late night of Tandawai, betel nut and videoke, hangovers were back on the menu. Despite the stories of communist rebels, we felt an overwhelming sense of connection and safety in Arrow. We had a growing suspicion that what we had set out to achieve had begun to come to fruition. But now, an ungodly number of kilometres of narrow roads in a half-functioning truck lay ahead. All of our hopes of continuing relied on finding a spare part in the next town.
After Borongan, it was time for another 200-kilometre drive, which took us right out to the tip of southern Samar, to the island of Kalikoan. By now, we had grown accustomed to the truck's various quirks and grumbles. It felt like a seamless unity had emerged between man and machine as we cruised along the eastern Philippine coast.
What I do is I take this rag and I drape it over my knees, so because it like gets really painful banging against that like thing. Oh, good. The door.
after a couple of hours, bro.
Yeah. When you get a good fifth change, woo! Flies, boy.
As we progressed through the trip, I think we were all, like the truck, starting to open up more and more to the locals, and by now, the whole project felt in sync.
Thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful. Nice meeting you.
There were moments, weren't there? Like in that truck, I mean, rain is coming in, and it's like, I remember, I've been here for a long, long time, I know it's sunshine.
Problem solving galore.
Perfect. That's horrific.
As we got deep into typhoon territory, along the most exposed stretch of the Pacific coast, we started to hear stories about the infamous Yolanda.
When Yolanda hit, which by the way, like I didn't realize that it was like the most powerful typhoon in the last 100 years on record. You even like begin to understand the magnitude of what happened, but like the events of just how big Yolanda was, like, you know, we've been complaining about the storm, the weather, the entire time, but we haven't experienced anything like what they described.
They just welded basically a level to the bridge, and any vehicle that wasn't of this certain level could have passed. There was no prior warning.
I broke at that point.
Are there any, the one thing we don't want to avoid is that we go another way and then we get the same situation?
Kuya! Pakusing ng Silago, papasok ng Silago. Dito, yung danan, tapos papuntang balik na naman dito sa... Kala, sugod eh, sugod.
Sabuyog na lang.
Are we going all the way around or was it stuck?
Why did you do that, bro? It's only 1 hour, 18 minutes away. Oh, we can't get past because of the bridge. Oh. Can't go that way. We'll find another way. Our wrong turn can send you in a whole different direction and end up even better than you anticipated. I mean, like we headed to the mountains.
Yeah.
Went to this little zigzag road.
As we drove and drove, it gave us a lot of time to reflect on the reason why we set out to do this trip in the first place. We were drawn towards a less touristic approach, one that places the local people and their communities at the center of our experience, and ultimately just see where that led us.
There are a lot of mixed emotions going on, but we knew our final destination lay ahead of us. We were all keeping our unwashed fingers and toes crossed for a slither of sunshine.
We made it. I smell like we drove for a long time.
I'm looking forward to sleeping.
Surigao. We were like in the back of the ship and there were like 40-foot trucks next to us. We were just sitting there and it was just like everyone was running their engines for the aircon and we were just sitting there and like covered the dioxide.
Feels like a grand finale. Really hope it holds fire.
After what felt like an eternity, we finally arrived in Siargao. And would you believe it? The sun was shining.
Local Lab is a fantastic grassroots NGO which runs social enterprise projects to help steer Siargao to a more sustainable and community-orientated future.
Oh, that's delicious. I think there's more. There's a little bit of coriander there.
The farmers here are graduates of a Bachelor of Agricultural Technology in the university. I'm also a teacher, teaching the people how to become sustainable. Here we want to produce fresh from garden to table.
The best food we've had is the most remote places.
We decided to donate the truck to them. It almost felt as if we had driven it across the country to bring it to a better home.
For our final cook-off, Local Lab teamed us up with the Mamas, a wonderful group of ladies that run a breakfast brunch bar in Burgos. The food truck would ultimately be used by the Mamas to help them sell their delicious food in more locations around the island.
Para mag-in po siya.
And the malunggay is good for the strong...
Malunggay is pinaka-the best na gulay kasi siya yung nagbibigay na vitamin A and minerals.
It's the best vegetable.
We were inspired by the Mama's homemade tortillas with malunggay, a local vitamin-rich plant that gave them a vibrant green color. We fried them into crispy chips and then paired it with a zingy tuna ceviche, subbing out the lime for calamansi, a local citrus fruit that's actually a hybrid between a kumquat and a mandarin orange. It was so much fun to cook together with the Mamas, the perfect way to cap off the final meal. For the final cook-up, we parked the food truck in the midst of some coastal ruins in Burgos, a small town in the north of Siargao that had been battered by Super Typhoon Odette back in 2021.
Tanduay!
Nice. This one, silver? Silver? No worries, guys. Last cooking session. Man, I'm sad. My turn? Dangerous, dangerous.
I hope people draw some positive conclusions from all of this madness. It had been a super intense trip, but amazingly rewarding, primarily because of our intention to give something back. Ironically, I hope through all that effort, it shows the magic in a simple idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last time we close her up. It's the last time we close her up. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Together. Wait, what's up?
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from Manila to this fucking place.
I think that what we discovered above anything else was that the more that we just let go and the less effort we actually put into curating the experience, the more it delivered. All it took was a small gesture of opening the truck and offering some food, and everybody that we met welcomed us with arms wide open.
We all walked away with a great sense of gratitude, joy, and relief that we'd made it out the other end with fond memories, strong friendships, and a deeper appreciation for the Philippines and its people.
Far from the usual tourist trails, it was a journey of giving, sharing meals, and connecting. We learned the richest experiences often come from giving back.
If there is one lesson from Project Lager, it's that traversing a remote and unassuming area can easily serve up a great adventure. We'd achieved what we'd set out to do, and whilst travel means different things to different people, we'd certainly added an extra dollop of something special to ours. Looking back, I think we all thought it was jolly worth it.
Instead of beating each other, we beat it together. Mate, and cut right there. That's the end of the fucking doco. That's the end of the doco. That's perfect.
Let's fucking pull this thing out. Mate, how do we make this thing rock?
She has a gravity. Now Rose Town, let's go down and show sound. You win the place, you gon' bite the dust, can't fight the dust. With Joe sound, you